Most girls at some stage have fantasised about the fuss, fame and glamour of the modelling world. But the reality can sometimes be a very different story of long hours, low pay and poor conditions. When former model Taryn Williams decided to create her own agency, she was determined her story would be different. Well, she joins us now to share it with us. Taryn, thanks so much for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us, let's kick it off with some context. Were you one of those girls that dreamed of being a model when you were young?
Look, it wasn't actually on my career path, I will be completely honest, but I sort of fell into the industry when I was about 15 and started modelling myself with some little local fashion parades, and sort of moved to Sydney, did the big dream and modelled overseas, and yeah, quite quickly realised the reality was quite different to what I expected.
So in what way was the reality different to the dream?
Yeah. So look, I mean, obviously there are some really exciting parts. You do get to travel, you get to meet and work with some amazing people. Some of it is very glamorous and very exciting, but there are some things that are probably becoming a little bit more publicly aware now. So, you know, sometimes models don't get paid at all. There are some really dodgy people in the industry, which is, you know, such a shame because it does bring down all those great people. The working conditions, you know, you're always shooting summer catalogues in the freezing cold of winter. No one ever tells you that when you're signing up. So, yeah, you know, often models don't get paid at all, which is, you know, really sad and really disappointing. There's no union or body to support them, so it's a really unregulated industry.
So what's disappointed you the most? What's the worst experience been for you in the modelling industry?
Yeah, probably not getting paid at all for a job that I'd really put my heart and soul into.
So what do you mean by that? Is it just voluntary? Is it you know, for your portfolio, or
no,
how does it work?
Actually shooting a campaign, and then either, you know, your agency not passing on that payment or the client not paying your agency, and there's no sort of real recourse or anywhere for those models to go.
So you think you're going to get paid, you get quoted a rate, and then it doesn't happen?
It doesn't happen.
So did this prompt you then to start your own agency? Is this what got you into it?
Yeah, so I really thought that there was a few things that came together. I'd obviously studied in that field myself, and I really wanted to change the industry. I wanted to make it a better, healthier, safer place for people to work, and also to change. I think we're seeing it now. You know, what brands are asking for in their models is changing. You know, they want a much more relatable woman or man to portray their brand. So I sort of saw a gap in the market and thought, I'm going to bring all of this together and create a really healthy, safe, beautiful workplace for our talent, and create really beautiful, healthy, safe talent. So who are, you know, they're great to look at, but they're also, you know, strong, healthy, fit men and women who portray
different shapes and sizes, different ages,
different ethnicities. You know, we've got the full spread. Our youngest model's 13 and our oldest is 75.
Right.
So,
Okay.
you know, the full spread that appeals to people now.
So did you face any bumps in the road when you kicked off your agency? I'm sure it wasn't an easy road.
Yeah, no, it never is. And with the naivety of youth, I thought I could do it all myself. So, yeah, of course, all of the bumps that you go through as a small business owner. So learning how to delegate, learning how to hire staff, learning how to manage staff, all of those things. It was definitely a tumultuous journey, but one I'm really, really glad I went through now.
And you've said that early on you realised your management style had changed if you wanted to be taken seriously.
Yes.
In what way?
So I think I definitely didn't have a management style at all to start with. So, yeah, I think it was figuring out what I wanted to be, how I wanted to be perceived as a boss, and finding out how to encourage and nurture our talent and get the best out of them, you know, which obviously rewards our clients as well when they've got these fantastic talent who love their job and who are nurtured and inspired to go on and do a great job for them.
And how is that? I mean, how do you perceive yourself as how do you give off that perception of leadership, you know, in an industry which is often quite fun and obviously got a lot of different people from all spectrums of the world and all spectrums of age groups. Yeah. How do you you know, be a good leader in that atmosphere?
Yeah, I think we've created a really, really great culture in our agency, which I think really comes through via our social media and our internal communications with our talent and with our clients in our newsletters. You know, we really work hard to be an agency that does support them and also deliver really great results for our clients. But I've had to learn to not always just be their best friend, but also, you know, I have to take on a bit of a mum role sometimes and lay down the law and be a bit firmer. But, you know, it always comes from a good place. We want to see them get the best out of their career. So sometimes that takes, you know, moulding and shaping them to be the people they need to become.
And you do it on your own. You don't have a business partner.
I do it, yes, that's right.
You've sometimes said you'd like a business partner. So
yes.
Is that so you can share the responsibility?
Yeah.
So you can go on a holiday every now and then?
Yes, no, I don't get holidays, that is true. So, no, I definitely went through a phase of really wishing I'd had a business partner. I think probably every, you know, sole business owner goes through that phase of thinking, God, it would be so nice to have someone here to to share the load with. But I've got a really fantastic team around me now. I think the best thing I did was get a mentor, and that's really, really helped, you know, having someone who doesn't have a vested interest in the business, who can give you that support.
Did you get a mentor early on, or was that halfway through your business was building?
Quite early on, probably about 2 years in, I got a mentor, and it's really been fantastic. I've had about 2 or 3, and I still have one now, and it's amazing. It's something I would highly recommend to anyone looking to start their own business.
And you'd be willing to mentor other people as well? I mean, is that something that you'd be interested in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or do you sort of feel like you do it on a daily basis, probably?
I do. I mentor, the 500 models we have on our books. But, of course, no, anything I could do to help, I think it's really important. And I think you gain so much from it. You know I gain so much from seeing our talent go on and succeed, or, you know, helping them shape their career. So, yeah.
So what do you look for in models? What does it take to have a successful sort of catalogue or modelling career these days?
Yeah, I mean, obviously looks definitely play a role. That's, you know, we can't get around that. But it's about having a really, really good work ethic. I mean, it is a career, and you need to take it seriously, and being able to, you know, deliver, going to castings, making sure that you're keeping your portfolio up to date, having that really can-do and proactive attitude. They're the talent that we see do the absolute best in our industry.
And on the flip side for you, what advice do you have for people who would think about maybe starting their own business?
Yeah, okay. It's a tough one. I mean, it's definitely a tough and bumpy road. I think if you don't love what you do, if you don't love your industry, don't do it, because you're going to be doing it 24 hours a day. So
especially if you're doing it without a business partner.
That's right. But look, I think surround yourself with great people, hire people early on. Don't think that you can do it all yourself. You know, there's always going to be people who have skills and complementary skills that you should get on your team early. Get a mentor, someone that you can turn to for advice. And give it your all. You know, just go out there, really get started. Don't be too concerned. Don't think too much about it. Just get out there and do it. Give it your all.
All right, there you have it. Taryn Williams from Wink, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And that is